You think I would wait for you? Lisa's voice came through the phone, provocative and flippant. But I had already seen through her lies. A few days later, she stood at her ex's apartment door, holding a bouquet of red roses, eyes swollen, makeup smeared. I did not open the door nor respond. Every text, every excuse I had documented. Court documents, locations, screenshots, and recordings. All pointed to her deception. When the judgment arrived, Lisa could not deny responsibility. Her eyes full of fear and regret. She tried to explain, begged, but the chain of facts, cold and unrelenting, defeated her completely. A few days ago, I canceled the 6th anniversary dinner. I had booked that Italian restaurant, prepared a whole night of surprises for us. Work came up, she said, "I'll make it up next time." I replied, "It's okay," but my palms were slightly sweaty. In the restaurant, the red wine reflected my slightly furrowed brow. The waiter softly asked if I was ready to order. I shook my head just to check. Her messages always had different reasons: mom's sick, migraine, work, overtime. Every time I chose to believe her. The shared location icon on my phone blinked suddenly. I clicked to see a small dot at Riverside Apartments. That was Mark's apartment. Lisa's ex, the person she had promised never to contact. I leaned back, slowly, breathing tightening. Every cancelled excuse came together in my mind as a clear line. On the way home, the flower shop window lights were still on. I stopped, my eyes scanning the red roses, and an idea sparked. Her lies had accumulated into heavy, undeniable facts. I knew it was time to let the truth reach her. I ordered the bouquet, specifying the delivery address and message. Every word, every sentence impossible to ignore. "Lisa, you always make excuses. I took care of it for you." 24 red roses and a card were sent to Mark's door. I returned to my empty apartment, and the phone started buzzing. 3 missed calls, messages piling up. "Please answer, it's not what you think." I did not respond, her voice frantic but powerless in text. Our original plans and anniversary surprise turned into emptiness. The next day, her location showed she returned to her apartment. On Instagram, Mark posted a photo of the red roses in the early morning. I saw Lisa at the door through the doorbell camera, eyes red, swollen, makeup smeared. I did not open the door. She stood there 20 minutes, softly calling my name. Friend Megan messaged asking what I did to Lisa. Vanessa said she just made a mistake, don't give up easily. Misunderstanding. I tapped the screen, text cold. 3 hours she was at her ex's apartment. I sat alone in the restaurant. She called this a misunderstanding. A few days later, Lisa started showing up at my workplace. Security would not let her in. She sat in the lobby holding coffee, eyes pleading. Colleagues whispered. I observed her calmly from head to toe. Rob said she looks about to break down. I walked down, staring into her eyes. "Steven, I just need 2 minutes, please come talk," she pleaded softly. I agreed, walking to the lobby with everyone watching. "Mark told me last month his father passed. He needed someone to be there," she explained quickly. I shook my head. "You chose to lie and secretly see him." "We were just chatting, nothing happened," she pleaded. "Chatting requires canceling 6 dates," I said coldly. She was silent, tears streaming from her eyes. I turned back to my office, leaving her helpless in the lobby. She stood an hour until security asked her to leave. That night, Mark called. "You need to calm down, we're just friends." I did not respond, hung up, knowing his words were provocation. He didn't understand. Friends in his mind meant destroying my relationship with Lisa. A few days later, Karen called. "Steven, it's just a misunderstanding," she tried to defend her daughter. I calmly explained the facts: multiple lies, choosing the ex over me, ignoring anniversaries, making excuses. Karen silent, unable to refute specific evidence. Lisa had financial disputes. Cabo trip issues also caused conflicts. I adjusted the booking alone, cancelled her ticket, keeping my plans. Megan spread rumors on social media that I was controlling and abusive. I responded calmly, publishing screenshots and timestamps of Lisa at Mark's apartment. Public opinion reversed. Friends began doubting Lisa. She called screaming, "You made our story public." I responded, "You chose to lie." Phone hung up. She had nothing to say. The next day I found my car scratched familiar shoe prints. She texted provocatively, "Hope you like the new paint." I calmly photographed, called police, contacted lawyer, collecting all evidence. Mark tried threatening me again, eventually admitting to being back with Lisa on recording. Next days I recorded all events, text, social media interactions, workplace witnesses. Every piece of evidence clarified the chain of lies. I reviewed past weeks. Lisa's behavior pattern became clear. Cancelled dates, avoiding calls, staying at X, refusing to face me, all formed a clear pattern. Vanessa and Megan argued in friend group. I sat quietly recording their conversation for future reference. I shared details with Rob, colleagues, warning about abnormal behavior. They began observing, providing more witness info, forming complete timeline. Lisa constantly tried contacting me, sending long explanations. I did not reply, each message screenshot, forming evidence chain. Mark called again, trying intimidation. I recorded every threat, admission. Karen called, urging forgiveness. I clearly refused, calmly explaining her actions caused real harm and consequences. Her interactions with Mark were detailed in spreadsheets. Each meeting, each text, each like clearly labeled for future action. Lisa tried face-to-face to prove innocence. I only agreed in public, controlling contact, recording behavior. I went to office lobby, she waited hours, exhausted, pleading. I stayed calm, making clear she could not affect my judgment with emotion. Her actions triggered colleagues' gossip. I observed neutrally, gathering more info. Every interaction became a part of the event chain for later action. Past months felt like a pressure layer over my life. Every cancelled date like a stone dropped in my heart. First, cancel work, urgent task. I nodded, smiled, pretended to understand, holding wine glass. Second, mother's health. I silently recorded in notes. Third, migraine. I pressed read, feeling helpless but stayed calm. Fourth, temporary meeting. Repeated same actions, face calm, mind alert. Fifth, urgent friend issue. Nodded, fingers tapping, recording every excuse. Sixth, tonight busy. I sat in restaurant alone, facing candlelight. Looking at phone felt like pins but remained composed. Friends noticed my loneliness. They softly comforted, maybe she has difficulties. I tried to believe, but intuition said she was hiding something. Every excuse, her smiles slightly distant. I recalled we discussed living together. She had her own place, I had mine. Moving together seemed natural next step. But continuous cancellations halted plans. I began doubting myself. Did I not do enough? Family reassured, you did your best, don't doubt yourself. Colleagues noticed subtle emotion changes. Rob said, can you still endure? I calmly replied, gathering evidence, staying rational. Every lie recorded in notes. Date, time, excuse, location, all clearly ordered. Phone tracked her movements. Shared location, initially safety, she enabled. I did not turn off, just observed every anomaly. Once I arranged surprise dinner. Candles, wine, flowers ready, she did not appear. At that moment realized I must take action. Not just for truth but self-respect. I began collecting each anomaly. Shared location, social media, friend info, all data sources. Every dot movement logged in phone notes. Her stay at X apartment longer, while I passively accepted lies. Work interference too. She claimed overtime but no records. Mentioned boss complaints, I suspected work a cover. Every morning saw new messages. Each message with new excuse or request. I learned calm analysis, no longer easily believe. Once tried to discuss our relationship. She postponed lightly. I silently recorded excuse and postponement time. Friends advised, do not rush. Vanessa said, don't corner yourself. I did not respond, continued organizing evidence. Every lie, every cancel became revenge preparation. One night found she sent early morning photo. Red roses, timestamp, anniversary evening. I did not call, did not act impulsively. Sat recording every message, every photo. Megan spread control abuse rumors. I stayed calm, preserved all evidence, prepared public clarification. Vanessa, other friends asked truth. I gradually realized revenge potential. Not blind impulse but strategy precision. Every lie, every cancel node for future revenge. She tried contact. Doorbell camera showed red eyes, hands trembling, standing at door. I did not open. Each wait became fact evidence. I organized text calls, social media screenshots. Every attempted explanation became revenge chain link. Karen called urging forgiveness. I calmly explained behavior pattern undeniable. Her excuses could not cover evidence chain. Every attempt to flip recorded saved. Every lie became future legal revenge evidence. She tried financial pressure. Cabo trip, she demanded to come as friend. I calmly adjusted itinerary single, ensuring complete evidence chain. Her every impulse attempt provided info for final revenge. I began organizing all evidence, text calls, photos, location. Every lie, cancel, threat in my hands gathered. Car scratch, photograph, documented shoe prints. Her text admitting damage preserved as formal evidence. Mark threatened, I recorded. He admitted back with Lisa providing direct evidence for future case. I remained calm, every move building fact and evidence for final revenge. Every humiliation passive turned to strategy potential. Friends, family realized truth. Provided witness evidence supporting public opinion. I learned to turn passive to control, not swayed by emotion. Every text, every location change, every call part of revenge. I learned calm response strategy, layout, precise evidence collection from humiliation and passivity. Finally understood patience record strategy, calm's strongest weapon against betrayal, lies. Past shame no longer weakness but basis for revenge. Every psychological pressure, every passivity trained me precise. I learned to use friends' law evidence, turning passive into initiative. Every manipulation converted into revenge preparation. I began clear revenge plan, still calm, rational. Every step based on facts, evidence, strategy, not impulse, emotion. I began preparing legal documents listing all evidence. Text calls, photos, locations, screenshots, every line timestamped. Small claims court forms completed, attached evidence checklist. Confirmed order ensuring judge sees fact chain immediately. Lisa kept messaging, angry, helpless. Threatening, you cannot ruin me like this. I replied, only evidence stronger than emotion. Mark tried intervene, called threatening. I recorded him admitting back with Lisa. Every call I remained calm, waiting bigger opportunity. Car scratched, printed photo attached, repair estimate. Went to court, staff checked every page. Judge flipped pages, frowned, gesturing continue. I recounted canceled dinner, showing location records at X apartment. Judge nodded, recording evidence. Lisa tried argue, posting location emotional. I calmly pointed out lies and damage are facts, undeniable. Judge asked was she at his place then. She stammered, powerless. Mark sat nervous, sweat wet collar. I played recording evidence he could not deny. Courtroom air froze, everyone felt panic. Outside, Lisa tried plead. Stephen, please give me chance, pay in installments. I slightly nodded, court allows you pay by rules. She lowered head, voice choked, realizing could not escape responsibility. I continued presenting evidence, emphasizing every lie, every damage continuous. Judge carefully reviewed every text record considered in judgment. Finally, judge ruled Lisa compensate vehicle damage plus emotional damages. Total over $24,000 plus $600 court fees. She looked at me shocked, could not believe complete defeat. Mark stood, tried argue, she lost control, be lenient. Judge coldly glared, she caused consequence, not others. Face red, returned seat speechless. I received court papers, confirmed execution details. Monthly installment started, she cannot avoid responsibility. Each payment I saw her helpless record. Friends, colleagues felt relief. Vanessa said finally, justice. I smiled, facts and evidence never lie. Lisa and Mark moved in together 2 months later, learned. She 3 weeks later discovered Mark contacted ex, trust issues obvious. I inwardly felt irony, she thought controlling, now reality backfired. Car repaired, I drove to travel. Cabo's Sunshine Beach activities fully relaxed. All plans free, no interference. Friends said revenge method calm powerful. I preserved evidence, used law and facts. No violence, no destruction, all legal. New girlfriend curious admired. She laughed, you sent flowers to ex, classic move. I smiled, sometimes best revenge, let facts speak. Each payment arrival reminded me. She paid price for choices, I merely executed rules. Monthly payment reminder, she cannot escape consequences. Court judgment evidence chain, let her mark, friends see truth. Social circle spreading rumors, began doubting her actions. I did not argue, let facts act. Recalling past shame, pressure, grateful. Without continuous lies and cancellations, I would not have collected evidence. Passive oppressed experiences accumulated strength. I learned calm analysis of each event. Every text, every location change, every social media post tool for revenge. I assembled all fragments, complete fact chain, finally in court. Lisa Mark helpless, fearful, direct retribution. Her eyes full of terror, I merely calmly recorded, executed. No shouting, no vengeful destruction, revenge calm, thorough. Each payment arrival saw her tremble. She could not control situation, could not undo facts. Mark realized her choices caused all trouble. I began enjoying free life, travel, social, work normal. Cabo sea breeze on face, new revenge complete, legal, rational. Friends, family, colleagues felt result fair. I summarized lessons. Trust intuition, record evidence, respond calmly, operate legally. Every betrayal, lie, opportunity for revenge. Most effective revenge, not emotion but facts, rules. Lisa monthly payment reminder, she cannot escape consequences. Mark forced to face reality, not continue manipulate. I gain not just money but dignity, control. Whole process, no exaggeration, no dramatics, only facts, evidence, calm execution. Justice realized by concrete action, not impulse but law and data. Finally I won, retaining reason and poise. Revenge complete, no longer dwell past, just enjoy present. Each bill arrival reminder of cost of choices. I walk in sunlight past shadows behind, fully in control of future.